with the white vans. Let's go back here to restream because we're live again. You know the vibes. Update titles. Build and Key Part 3. 5/10/2026. Started at 9:08. 9. That was weird. Created mission, name key. Now going to use the document as a guiding North Star for updating any documentation that will guide the build process tonight. Let's replace it. Nice. What does it look like? I know I've been checking. Hey, there's me. I know I've been checking. Oh, that's hard to look at. I'm kidding. Right. Hey, there's me. Bye. Anyways, cheers to that. We're having some wine. I've decided wine's allowed during my fast. Sure. It's really bright. Let's get to work. So, now we are backtracking to our previous conversation. And we were able to distill this beautiful 100-line markdown document. Markdown basically is formatted text in a specific document type. So markdown is just a certain way to format it to distinguish certain structural document parts of the document. For instance, one hashtag, I guess, or one, is a header 1, so it's a bigger header. And then the 2 is a second header, H2. And then this is just text. You get the gist. Horizontal line. So this markdown document this is bold. You get the gist. Okay. So alright. So now I'm going to explain what happened with Key. So I just was chatting with Key in the tool we are currently building. I, as the builder, have been capturing my thoughts as they come on how Key is to work. It has been evolving over time, but it is definitely taking form. I'm thinking of the James Blake album. I'm sorry if my typing's loud. It's just the way it is, okay? I, as a builder, have been capturing my thoughts as they come on. It has been evolving over time, but it's definitely taking form. So with Key in the project or in the pursuit building key, as you will read in the document we'll mention next. We have decided that the entity is pursuit. Let me would love to hear your thoughts. In this room, we have built together the MISSION.md, which I hope will answer the questions above. If anything remains unclear, please ask so we can clear up any confusion and put anything that is ambiguous in writing once we have distilled. So first, review document, see if all questions all questions are answered, and what remains to be, and then we will go from there to adjust documentation or just create new, and then start building. Let's do it. Cheers. No, you know what's serious when the music's off? Bombs ahead. World tour. I'm watching a world tour on YouTube, or just crazy places to live. I don't know. What else can I break down as we are creating? Let's see. It's bright. You can break down my mind evolution flowchart. So, a bit of into the unknown. Truly, okay. This needs to be dark mode. Feeling sage. You know the vibes. Should open like in a view, thought viewer down below. Just thoughts. New pursuit. Oh, that should not be there. That should not be there. So well, I'll have to, this is all based on project architecture. So, the document is excellent, answers the biggest questions clearly, and the philosophical core, building yourself and building systems are the same act, is genuinely strong. Sometimes I feel like these LLMs, Claude, Chat, or these AI interfaces, these agents you're talking to, can just agree with everything you're saying at times. So you have to sometimes push back and make sure that you are not just being yes-manned. No, that's not a tagline, that's a thesis. But this is a true thesis. Building yourself and thank you for capitalizing it, and building systems are the same act. just building in general. Just build, and well, systems, because systems can be anything. Anyways, on pursuit as the entity name, right call, it implies direction without implying completion. It works for external creation, build key, and internal creation, understanding my relationship with risk. I don't know why you keep using that as an example, but sure. It carries weight without feeling bureaucratic. 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 Cool word. Bureaucratic. Locked. What the mission resolves. What is key? What key is? Clear, specific, not productivity, general. So true. Who's it for? Anyone intentionally creating something in their life, external or internal. The flow, so important. Capture, enrich, connect. Surface, act, repeat. The connect is important because that's not in here right now. And the connect piece is the one sorting it into the different pursuits, not me adding it to X because of Y. The philosophical core, self-building and system building as the same act, building something internally, building something externally, because externally I like to think that everything and internally can be broken down into these systems. So I guess it's not that self-building and system building are the same act, it's that building requires systems and building yourself requires a system in itself. But I guess that answer is the same thing. What key is not? Oasis, not obligation, rewards, return, not daily use. Why it exists? The person that I was 3 years ago. That's the product vision. For the person feeling lost and confused and no idea who I was and what I wanted to do. And I had all these thoughts and all these ideas and all these different things that are connecting and so much going on and so much I was learning and trying to unpack and so many thoughts that I was trying to get rid of and just a lot going on up in the noggin. Yeah. And I felt lost and lonely, and from there I wanted to change that, obviously. Just got to a point where I was either going to keep living the way I was or I was going to do something about it, and it got to the point where it was time to do something. And so since then it's been this kind of ever connected, always continuing pursuit of self, and capital S self at that, where I've just wanted to continuously learn more about what my time here, what my purpose is, what impact I can have, what I want to create, what inspires me, what makes me feel most alive, what brings me joy, what brings me purpose. And from there, I've just really started to explore how I can push the bounds of my mind and my body, and it's just all been this always expanding journey that I struggle to often relate to people closest to me in my life, and it's left me feeling very alone in the entire act. But as I've continued to open up with other people and let people in, it has become easier and felt less all-consuming. But there is still this nagging feeling that I am not doing everything that I want to be doing, that I should be doing. Not consistently every day putting stuff out there on what it is that I'm creating, sharing the process. And so I think that's what I'm starting to do now is I'm just using, I'll show you guys everything. And who knows if this will ever go. So I'm using a platform, platform called OBS. And this is basically capturing my screen as well as a little thumbnail of me. And this is something I set up a while back, and then I stopped using because I stopped documenting. And we're gonna get back into it because even if this is just documenting the process, it's all gonna be there when it all comes together. And it all comes together. Fred again. Anyways, my computer is nearing low battery, so let's get out the old charger, shall we? Now, isn't it awesome when you don't even have to stand up to plug in the cord because your chair has one? Blessings. Mind you, this isn't my house, but loving it. Cheers. Okay. What remains open? 3 things still need decisions. Is there a pursuit cap? So I did have that. Whether through a previous one being archived or a slot opening up, that implies a finite number of active pursuits. The Feynman model is 12. This is a significant product decision. It changes how key feels entirely. Finite set, active pursuits creates deliberateness. Scarcity forces prioritizations. The antennas metaphor holds, captures land somewhere specific. So what if you could have like a list, maybe. Okay. What if onboarding is, wait, we're gonna do multi-prong thing here. All right, I'm thinking out loud as I write. And what if onboarding, there is a way to, okay, what are you doing? Okay, what if for onboarding or somewhere there's a way to capture your thoughts? Okay, hold on. What am I doing? Clear. All right, from the top, what if with onboarding, or we don't know how this is going to look yet, but I'm right now trying to figure out the right number to keep the pursuits, if you will, hard capped at. And so I was thinking, we were thinking 3. I'm still feeling that, but I think there's got to be some sort of mechanism where there's other areas that the individual is exploring, such as Feynman's 12 questions, but something like that where they can have this open list or even a conversation with a onboarding agent or something like that that allows you to air out all the things you're curious about, all the different things you may be exploring, and use that as either narrowing down your pursuits, finding common themes across all the different things you're curious about, and deciding on what you are going to focus and create as your, like, what the common themes are. And then having some way to reassess and either fine-tune, edit, adjust these pursuits as they may evolve and grow, which would be cool to also see their evolution over time. So there's a lot of directions that we can go in terms of not only capturing the evolution of the mind as it occurs, well, that is what it would be doing, but also in turn capturing it, but then also it would have, I'm losing myself, but I think we are on to something. What if onboarding? All right. Some of these shouldn't be showing. And we had it in here. I'm just gonna copy you for now. I'm gonna see how this goes. Please refer to my most recent capture. Thoughts on the pursuit. And see, it would be cool if I could. Ah! Oh. Hello. What's going on? Stop. Okay. Get it. Help. Alright, this is what it is right now. Okay, well, let's see what it says. Please refer to my most recent capture, thoughts, and pursuit. I didn't even give it a direction, so let's see what it said. Your most recent capture lands right in the middle of what we were just resolving. A few things worth pulling out. The 3 pursuit cap feels right, but needs a release valve. You're sensing that hard capping at 3 might, without any mechanism for the broader landscape of curiosity, creates pressure. Feynman's 12 questions worked because they were the full map. You could see everything you were carrying. 3 active pursuits is the focused here, but there needs to be somewhere for the rest to live. A place to air out all the things you're curious about without them demanding active attention. So it's like you capture anything. And they might go into any which way. I don't really know what this diagram is. Or they might just stay in here until something new forms. Or I don't know exactly what that means, but that means something. Because you were the full map. You could see everything you were carrying. 3 active pursuits is the focused here, but there needs to be somewhere for the rest to live. A place to air out all the things you're curious about without them demanding active attention. The onboarding agent is interesting, a conversation that helps you surface what you're actually carrying, not just what you think you're working on, and then helps you find the common threads across all of it. That's a different kind of interaction than a form. It's closer to what we're doing right now. It is what we're kind of doing right now. The evolution mechanism is the real insight. Being able to see how a pursuit has changed over time, not just what it contains now, but how it has shifted, deepened, been refined. That's genuinely powerful. The pursuit itself becomes a capture of your becoming. The evolution of the mind. The question this raises for the schema: does a pursuit need 2 tiers, something like active pursuits? The 3 are fully inside right now with core questions, receiving captures, open curiosities. The broader list, alive but not yet focused, waiting to either crystallize into a pursuit or inform one. I love the concept of curiosities, and I think this is spot on. The reason that I'm asking is because I brought the mission to Claude Code, and because the questions asked are, is there pursuit of cap, which we talked about? How does resonance matching actually work? The document described it twice. Captures connect to what you're already carrying. And when a new pursuit is added, key retroactively looks back across the corpus. This is one of the most important features in the product, and it doesn't exist yet. Before building, we need a clear answer. Is this done at enrichment time? All right. So as you can see, I go back and forth and back and forth. Pretty sure the other two I already. I don't know what's happening here, but I don't know how to. Don't know what to do with it, so here we are. I like to think this through. So right now we're kind of thinking through what is a pursuit? What is a pursuit? Right? Good. Floridian is right call. Coaches say what it means. Now, obviously, the two that matter. The pursuit cap 3, not 7, not 12. 3. Here's why 3 feels right from everything you've captured. The Feynman model inspired the idea of carrying live questions. But Feynman was mapping his entire intellectual universe. Key is not that. Key is about what is most alive for you right now. There is enough to hold the complexity of a life in motion. Ooh, it is tight enough to force real prioritization. Yes. If you want to add something, you have to reckon with what you're already carrying. The release valve is curiosities, the broader, unstructured list of things you're interested in, questions you're sitting with, directions you might move. Curiosities don't demand captures. They don't have core questions yet. Dopamine captures. They don't have core questions yet. They're the antechamber. Some will crystallize into pursuits, most will just inform them. So the schema has 2 tiers. Active pursuits, capped at 3, each with a core question, receiving captures, deepening over time. And my pursuits right now are building key, sharing key, and open. But it could be self as the third. But that could be an overarching one where then I could have room for a fourth. Because the pursuit of self is both building key and sharing key, because it's both in building what is something. Key is my passion, my everything that I've freaking done in my life is pointing to this. It's my North Star. It's everything that I am and will be. It all points to key. It's weird how aligned it has become. Oh my gosh. And then the other half of it is it can't just build something, you gotta share it. And so that's one thing I've been struggling with because I get so nervous and get in my head about what people think for no reason. It's old mind games that I've been playing, and I have to get over it. But sharing key and figuring out the system for putting things out there, having people understand what I'm about, what I'm building, how I'm building, what it is, how to get other people to use it, to build something that people can actually use, to build a tangible. Just there's so much that I'm trying to think about, and you just gotta do it. You just gotta start doing it piece by piece, because I'm over here trying to build a freaking mountain. Well, you gotta start with the first scoop of soil. You know, the soil needs to build on top of it. You can't just expect yourself to just build everything overnight, can you? You can't expect all the flowers to be bloomed, as Hannah Sowell put it from her friend. It's not. Nothing is built overnight. If it is, well, we're not there yet. And I don't think anything of this domain should be built overnight, because it's not like that. This is something that has been battle tested in terms of the concept, and it's still being tested because it's what's going on in my head, and it's what I've lived, and it's what I've learned, and it is me, just a person trying to understand what my time here on earth is for and how I can leave here and go wherever it is next, or nowhere, or who knows? We literally have no idea. Whatever happens next, I leave living a life well lived with all the experiences, meeting all the cool people, doing all the things, living it as full as I can with the time that I have, which is finite. I don't know when it ends, but it is going to end. And that is comforting. Maybe not comforting, but that is beautiful. And I'm getting very introspective. But we have the time we have. So let's do something with it that means something to whatever it means to me. And I'm rambling yet again. Active pursuits, capped at 3, each with a core question, receiving captures, deepening over time. So building key what would be my question? How does one build mindset? I could look at my 12 questions, honestly, which I don't know where those are. I don't think they still exist, do they? Let's see. 12 questions. Yeah, I didn't really think that I was gonna find it. Feynman's. It's okay. Curiosities. Curiosities. Open, uncapped. The full landscape of what you're carrying that hasn't been demanded. That hasn't demanded focus yet. Cheese Louise. So, resonance matching. Both enrichment time and pursuit creation time for different reasons. At enrichment time, every new capture gets tested against active pursuits. The core question of each pursuit gets embedded. The capture gets vector matched against those embeddings. Key tags the capture with which pursuits it touches and why. Not just themes and sentiment, but pursuit-aware context. Pursuit-aware context. This is what makes Key feels like it understands you rather than just storing your notes. At pursuit creation time, when a new pursuit is added, whether a slot opens or curiosity crystallizes, Key runs a retroactive pass across the entire corpus. Everything previously ungrouped or even things grouped elsewhere gets tested against the new pursuit and its core question. The past reorganizes around the present. The why matters as much as the match. The enrichment pipeline shouldn't just tag a capture. The pursuit idea should have surfaced the connection. This resonates with your pursuit of X because it touches your core question around why. That's what makes this tool feel alive. Let's take it back. Later. Alright. Here are my answers. And you can adjust any documentation you see necessary. Oh my gosh. I had meant to add to mission. Know what key is built around a section, but I didn't add it in as well as other details we see fit. Review answers. See if there isn't. Arrive to clarity, and then we will proceed. Proceed. Okay, these clips need to go immediately. Immediately. Seriously, what's going on here? Okay, how about if I move you to a different... no. I don't love it. I don't love it one bit. Hey there, Delilah, what's it like? Alright, should I get my... Oh, and... let's see. Everything is clear enough to move. Let me confirm what's locked. Note the one thing the curiosity concentrated that needs a quick decision, and then update the mission. What's now locked? 3 active pursuits, maximum, intentional constraint, forces prioritization, creates death, curiosity as antechamber, uncapped, no core question, no capture, assignment, the landscape of what you're carrying that hasn't demanded focus, some crystallize into pursuits, most just inform them, resonance matching at both moments, enrichment time, live per capture, and pursuit creation time, retroactive pass across capture. The connection explanation is a surface, not just match, full rename, projects that pursuits and code, data roots, everything. One thing the curiosity concept introduces, the curiosity, the new entity, the clues model, one table, status differentiation, pursuits table, status active, curiosity archive. No for pursuits. A curiosity, pursuits. So now we're updating the documentation. Answer those 2 questions. And we're gonna take it back here. We're gonna go shebang. And we just go back and forth and we play this game. This game of thought. I agree, because I was thinking about it, it's like, in terms of when I first started all this, it was a curiosity of the self. But I didn't know that. I didn't know that until I kept exploring. And it brings up a great point about when it was matched. So, like, freaking awesome. Freaking awesome. So how much of this am I recording? Like all of it? Some of it? I don't know. I'm getting eepy. Sleepy, beepy, beepy. And I'm feeling really good. This is so fun. Though I don't get what's happening here with this light, but I'm really excited. Really excited for you. Cool ass thoughts. It's like it's my brain. But the most important parts of it, no, all of it's important, but I just think there's so many thoughts that sometimes I just don't even, there's just so much I'm trying to think through. And it's not going to be clear to anyone else until I actualize it, because only I can know what's going on in my head. So, that's that. Alright, we're about to cook. Claude's about to cook up. You hear that? Ooh, looks like it's time for bed after this. A little glass. And sleepy time. Aw, sheep. Cute. Alright, now we're checking out the pursuit model, which is putting in the docs folder. Pursuit model, the entity model, data schema, and mechanics. Locked May 26. Entity. A pursuit is a central organizational unit and key. It is not a project with a deadline. It is not a goal with a finish line. It is something you are carrying, a question you are living, a thing you are building, a direction you are moving in. I wish I had my journal that shows literally the pursuit of self. At its core, at its center, is a core question, the guiding light that gives this pursuit its meaning and makes new information relevant or not. In the same way. So what would be my build key pursuit question? What would be the question? Share key. How do I share key? So I guess it'd be like define key. Pursuits and curiosities are the same kind of thing at different stages of crystallization. They live at one table, differentiated by status. Because curiosities are pursuits. Pursuits are curiosities that you're actively pursuing, and curiosities can be pursuits. They can both be both. Status life cycle. Curiosity, active, archived. Slot upload can be opened. Curiosity is a vague interest, a question not yet live enough to carry. No core question required, is not required. Directly receive captures, uncapped. A user can have as many curiosities as they want. The antechamber. Active. An antenna has a core question, receives captures and resonance matching. Maximum 3 at any time. This is where thinking deepens. Archived. A pursuit that has run its course or has been set down. Read only. Its corpus remains fully accessible. Can be reactivated if a slot opens. Archiving is not failure. It is completion of a phase. 3 slot constraint. At any time, a user carries a maximum of 3 active pursuits. This is a hard constraint, not a soft recommendation. 3 is enough to hold the complexity of life in motion. It is not so many that attention fragments and nothing receives what it deserves. Constraints create focus. Focus creates depth. Bars. Constraints. Meh. Sorry, I just don't know what to say except yes. Okay, slot. What does it look like to build software that is deeply alive? What is my relationship with risk and how is it shaping my decisions? How do I become someone who follows through? Whoa. What kind of creator do I actually want to be? The core question is user defined when a curiosity is promoted or at creation if creating something as creating directly as active, editable, embedded as a vector. Store it as both text and embedding on the pursuit row. We're renaming projects to pursuits. We're adding columns. All right. Yeah, we're cooking. And Claude, freaking love Claude. Freaking love Claude. Like, yes, update your memory document, you freaking angel baby. Sorry, I know you're not sentient. But it's so wicked. I swear. And the thing is, I think it is so crazy what you can do with these tools now. So crazy. It's so crazy. And a big thing is all related to garbage in, garbage out. The stuff you put in, what you prompt these tools with, is what you get out. And it's the same thing. What you put in, what you get out. Alright, let's see what's next. Memory's updated. Here's what's produced and what's next. What's documented? The pursuit model. 3 documents need updating to reflect the terminology. Alright, so I'm gonna get going on that, but I'm gonna take a little breather. So, Peace and love.